Dark Shadows, number 116, BTR 113066, air 12566, take one.
My name is Victoria Winters. Since I came to live at Collinwood, my life has been in danger several times. Until a moment ago, I thought the danger had passed, only to find myself trapped in a deserted old house by a desperate man who has already tried to murder me.
Don't scream.
I won't.
Wouldn't do you any good if you did. Nobody can hear you.
Matthew, what are you doing here? I
You
thought
I was miles away from Collinsport. That's what I wanted people to think. It's the last place they'd think of looking for me. Too bad you couldn't stop you snooping around.
I wasn't snooping. I was just looking for the wallet I lost.
Never mind why you're here. You're here and you know I'm here. Too bad you found out, Miss Winters.
What are you going to do?
I know what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to let you leave here. I'm not going to let you turn me over to the sheriff.
Matthew, I wouldn't...
Don't say you won't. I know you hate me. I know you want me to spend the rest of my life in jail.
That's not true.
No?
I don't hate you. I'm afraid of you, that's all.
Too bad you weren't scared earlier. Scared enough to stop you snooping around. Everything that's happened to me is your fault. Nobody knew I had anything to do with Malloy's death till you started poking around. You got the sheriff after me. Now you found me here. I was safe enough here till a few minutes ago, and now I don't know what I'm going to do. No! I know what you're thinking. Forget it.
Forget what?
And I'll make a run for it. Do as I say, or I won't be responsible for what happens.
I'll do anything you say.
It's not safe standing around out here.
What?
Come with me.
Where are you taking me?
You'll see.
No, Matthew, please.
Yes? Somebody called for a cab?
Oh, that would be Miss Winters. I thought she left already. Well, come in and I'll check. Miss Winters! Vicky! Vicky! No. I'm sorry. The young lady's left for the weekend.
You sure? She didn't cancel the call.
Well, I'm sorry. She isn't in the house. I said goodbye to her a few minutes ago. She must have got a lift to town or else decided to take the bus. She's just not here. Sorry.
So am I.
is this?
It's a secret room. Nobody knows about it but me. And even Miss Stoddard. You'll never find me here. Or you either.
How long have you been here?
Since the night I ran away, the night you came to my cottage.
Night you tried to kill me.
That night.
Then you never left Collinwood.
I left. I took my car and drove. I must have drove over 100 miles.
Why did you come back?
I couldn't think of any place else to go. Besides, this is the last place in the world they'll come looking for me.
What if they find your car? Then they'll know you're someplace nearby.
I've got it hidden in the woods here where nobody can find it. When the search quiets down, I'll drive to a town up the coast and sign on aboard of a fishing ship. They won't care who I am. I'll stay at sea for the rest of my life.
But it could be months before they stop searching for you.
I can wait.
How will you live? How will you eat?
I can get food. Don't worry about it.
How? You can't go to the main house, and if you go into town, they'll recognize you.
Somebody's looking after me.
Somebody's helping you.
Yeah.
Who? Someone at Collinwood?
A friend. That's all you need to know. Thought you turned everybody against me, Miss Winters, but you didn't.
You talk as though I made some kind of plot against you. Well, that's just not true. I never tried to hurt you.
You did hurt me. You did the worst thing one person can do to another. You sought friend against friend.
I didn't.
You turned Miss Stoddard against me.
That's ridiculous.
You made a lie for you. You tried to trick me. You tried to turn me over to the sheriff. You never would have done that in the old days before you came to Collinwood. It was all your doing. You lied to her and she believed you. Why did you do it? Why do you hate me?
I don't hate you. And I didn't turn Mrs. Stoddard against you. Matthew, I never said one word about you to her.
You think I believe your lies? I got eyes and ears. I know what happened.
You must be insane.
Don't say that to me!
I didn't mean it.
You're the crazy one. You think I don't know what's going on? I know what you done to me, Miss Winters. I wish I'd killed you when I had the chance.
No!
Mrs. Johnson, have you seen Carolyn? She's not in her room.
No, I think she went out, Mrs. Stoddard.
Oh, did you say where she was going?
No, but I think she had a date.
Why?
Well, she asked me to press a dress, and a pressed dress usually means a date.
Oh, Joe probably called her and asked her to have dinner with him.
Could be.
Odd, though. She usually tells me where she's going.
Well, perhaps she thought you were taking a nap and she didn't want to disturb you.
No, she knew I wasn't resting. And she knew I had to work on the ledges. I told her so.
Well, I don't know.
Well, I don't suppose it's anything to worry about. Did Vicky get off all right?
Apparently.
Good.
Do you know, did Vicky order a taxicab?
Well, I suppose so. Why?
Because the taxicab man came here a few minutes ago and she'd already left.
Oh, well, I wonder how she got to Collinsport.
Maybe Carolyn gave her a lift.
Possibly, but why didn't she cancel the cab?
Well, maybe she forgot.
I suppose. I remember she left her suitcase in the hall. I remember her putting it down. Now it's gone. You're right. She probably did forget about the cab. She's probably on her way to Bangor now.
Here's the evening paper.
Yeah. I don't want to even look at it. It's full of nothing but Matthew.
That was a terrible thing he did. I hope they find him and put him in prison for the rest of his life.
Why, I know the way you feel, but I was a friend of Mr. Malloy's, too. I still can't help pitying Matthew.
You pity him? The man who killed Mr. Malloy?
It was an accident. He didn't mean to kill him. He thought he was protecting me.
I know what he thought.
I'm not excusing what he did, but I can't forget his loyalty either. I feel as though I'd lost two friends, Mr. Malloy and Matthew.
You consider Matthew a friend?
He was our caretaker for over 18 years. And during that time, he was one of the few friends I had. Hello? Oh, hello, Frank. What? Well, that's odd. She left here over 2 hours ago. No, I didn't see her go, but she said goodbye to me. And her suitcase is gone, so I know she must be on her way. Well, perhaps she'll be on the next bus. All right, do that. I'll be here.
Vicky miss her bus?
Apparently so. That was the friend that she's visiting, and he said she wasn't on the bus when it got to Bangor.
Well, she won't have too long to wait for the next one. I think they come about every hour.
I know. I told Mr. Garner she'd probably take the next one, but he still seems worried about it.
Why? People miss buses every day of the world.
I know, but so much has happened to Vicky in this past week that it seems natural to worry about her.
Get up. You're lucky I didn't kill you. For a minute, I had a mind to.
I'm sorry, Matthew. I didn't mean what I said. Really, I didn't.
But not say anything like that again if you know what's good for you. I lose my temper easy.
There's no reason for you to lose your temper. I'll do anything you say. Anything.
You better.
I will. I only want to live.
That's all I want, too. Why couldn't you left me alone, you and everybody else? I'm just a harmless old man. I never meant to kill anybody.
I know that. I know you didn't set out to intentionally kill Bill Malloy. Everybody knows that.
What about the sheriff? What does he think?
He thinks it was an accident because I told him it was, and Mrs. Stoddard did too.
And why are the police still all over the grounds? Why are the blocks on all the roads? They don't go that trouble to catch a man unless they think the man's a murderer.
There aren't any police on the grounds. They left
Since when?
since you disappeared. There haven't been any police here for days.
Next thing you'll be telling me is there are no more roadblocks either.
There aren't any because as far as the sheriff is concerned, you're hundreds of miles away.
Somebody told me a different story. Somebody told me the police were all over the place. The minute I stepped out that front door, I'd be arrested.
Whoever he is, he's lying because you're perfectly free to go outside.
Why would my friend have lied to me?
I don't know. All I know is that you can leave here and get in your car, wherever it is, and drive away, and nobody will stop you. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm trying to decide whether to believe you or not.
All right, Frank. I'll phone you back as soon as I know anything. Goodbye.
Vicky wasn't on the next bus either?
No. And Mr. Garner checked with the bus company, and no girl... fitting Vicky's description has been on any of the buses to Bangor. Oh. He thinks she hasn't left Collinsport.
Now, what would she be doing in Collinsport?
Well, she certainly wouldn't be visiting Maggie Evans or anybody, not with Mr. Garner waiting for her in Bangor.
Oh, you know, maybe Carolyn drove her to Bangor and they stopped along the way.
It's possible. But I better phone Joe Haskell. Hello, may I speak to Joe Haskell, please? But do you have any idea where he can be reached? I see. Well, he comes in. Will you tell him to call Mrs. Stoddard? It's urgent. I'm trying to get in touch with him. Thank you.
No luck.
No, Joe isn't in, and his landlady doesn't know where he is. He can be reached.
Well, I'll tell you how I think we can find out if Carolyn went on a date.
How?
Well, Joe would have picked her up, and her car would be in the garage. Now, if her car is gone, that means she drove Vicky to Bangor. I'll go to the garage and check.
Would you? Oh, I'm getting terribly worried.
You're lucky, Miss Winters.
Why do you say that?
I've decided to give you a chance.
You're going to let me go?
I'm going to leave you here. I'm going to go outside and take a look around. If you're telling the truth and there are no police around, I'll head for my car. That's the last you'll ever see of me.
But what about me? You can't leave me in this horrible room.
You'll find a way to get out, or somebody will come in and find you. You'll be all right.
You're doing a wise thing, Matthew. It's not safe for you to be here. Believe me, it isn't.
You've got to cooperate with me, though. You've got to do just what I say.
Anything.
Stay here for a couple hours at least. Don't leave. Don't make a move. Don't make a sound. If anybody comes in, don't call out. Give me plenty of chance to get away.
All right.
I'm trusting you. Do just like I said. You'll be sorry.
I understand.
couldn't trust you. I knew you were lying to me.
Watch for dramatic developments on Peyton Place in color tonight at 9:30, 8:30 Central Time on ABC. Dark Shadows is a Dan Curtis production.